Good evening and welcome to Not Near Mint. Hi, I'm Rob Wurst, and you are watching the first of what I hope is a fully synchronized audio. This is the 181st time I have tried syncing this audio, so let's finally take a look at some comic books today. These are the books that I got today. I haven't really read much. Tommy Gun Wizard so far has been my book of the week. I have not gotten a chance to read House of X number 3 yet, so let's get into some of the newer books, shall we? So let's click on over here. Tommy Wizard's issue number 1 dropped today. This is by Christian Ward, art by Sammy Cavella. Along with House of X issue number 3, just the regular cover. Followed by that, let's see, we have issue number 2, Absolute Carnage. We have Miles Morales issue number 1, Absolute Carnage. And we have Venom, Absolute Carnage. These are going to be the reading material that I will work with starting tomorrow. So, I do have a new feature that I'm planning on starting today. It's called What's in the Briefcase? So, I get a lot of comic books every single Wednesday. I have not missed a new comic book Wednesday in about 30 years. These are the books I got today. So, let's put this down and see what we got. Let's start with... And isn't it so nice that A&M Comics over on Bird Road, they mark my bags for me. So, this is the first stack of reading material. Now, some of these are some repeats. So let's get to it, shall we? Now let's focus this right on in here. Hello, boy who had 7. What's up? I'm hoping that Perry is not quite looking at me yet because we had a bit of a paradox last time. So, good to see you. Thank you for joining me. This is just still a test to see if that audio issue has been syncing up. I think I finally fixed it, and the whole issue is something called I Show You. It's just a simple download. So, let's get back to the books. Let's go switch it up here, because no one wants to look at this mug. So, Miles Morales, issue number 1. This is the variant cover that I wound up picking up today. It was the last one left. I wound up having to make another run on over to Corca Comics, that's way west on Southwest 8th Street in Miami. The comic book I wind up... Hello, Matt. Well, the comic book store I wind up going to most is A&M Comics. That's out on Bird Road. So let's just get back to the books. Yeah, you saw that episode, huh? Alright, so Miles Morales, issue 1. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 28. Nick Spencer, I have not been digging this storyline, and I think that people are not going to be paying attention to this storyline in about 5 years from now. Craven, we're just going to hit the reset button, aren't we? Avengers number 23. I guess Blade and She-Hulk are hooking up. I guess we're supposed to care. Marvel Comics number 1000. The only thing I'm really concerned about in this book is another appearance of Miracle Man. Life with YouTubers just wrapped up, you bucks. Thanks again. How are you guys? Audio's fine. Thank God. It only took about a good goddamn month of this. Runaways number 24. We're now about ready to get introduced to... Okay. So, Doc Justice and the J-Team. So is this what Brian K. Vaughan had in mind when... I don't know. I have not read the issue, but I've been watching the trailers that Marvel's been dropping, and it's a little frightening. I don't know if I will be following with the book if it continues under Doc Justice and the J-Team. Back to the books. Silver Surfer number 1, the 4th print. I have only just now gotten into Oh, finally made my shirt, yeah. I finally have been getting into these later printings. I won't even bother with seconds, thirds, maybe fourth. Probably down to about 2,000 print run. I don't know. After seeing that Venom First Host issue number 3 going up to about $50 now, with only 1,624 issues available, I think it's really good. So, Silver Surfer Black, it's spec, but what can I say? Spider-Man Life Story issue number 6 by Chip Zdarsky along with Mark Bagley. Now this has been following Spider-Man year after year, but in real time. So at this point we are now in the aughts, past the aughts, because Spider-Man's getting old, he has a kid, he is losing it, he is geriatric by this point. Haven't read this issue? Can't wait to get into it. Thor issue number 16, continuing off with, well, War of the Realms. Really been digging Jason Aaron. I think everybody else has too. Curious to see how this follows up. Bendis. Yeah. Issue 1014 of Action Comics. I'm getting this mostly as a spec. I have every issue of Action Comics going for the last 30 years. So I'm going to get this regardless. Also got the variant cover, just because Naomi winds up making a crossover appearance in the final page. Have not read it yet. We'll be getting around to it later in the week. Yeah, Peter being old is actually really good. If you're a fan of more grounded storylines, more tragic, more with pathos, Chip Zdarsky is your man. Alright, now we got some Batgirl issue 38. I am not entirely certain if this is Jen Bartel. I probably should have looked that up before starting the video, but here I am, and I don't care. So that's issue number 38. I'm a big fan of Batgirl. So here's the reprint edition of the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. This has been, these reprint editions I've really been digging. Mostly because they look almost exactly like the real thing. Now you can see some little differences, such as, and this came out last week by the way. Now you can see the gun and the hand is a little bit further down from the original print. This one is a little higher up, so you can see that it started with a larger artboard. The whites are a bit cleaner, but I think my book is probably an 8, an 8.5. Oh, Josh Middleton did it. Thank you very much from Heroes to Icons. So, after taking a look at that Batman and Robin, let's move on up. And yes, this is the first print. Black Mask, issue number 1. I got this also at CJ's Comics. That came out last week. And the only reason why I picked it up is because, yeah, I have that too. I'm a fan, Boy Who Had 7. I feel really weird calling you the Boy Who Had 7 because I don't know your name. I feel really bad about that. So, Batman, Curse of the White Knight, number 2. I will follow Sean Murphy to the ends of the earth. This guy has done some great work over the years. And, yeah, haven't read issue 2, but issue number 1. Good starting point, especially after you had Joker being the good guy and Batman being a kind of a son of a bitch. So, that is bag number 1. So now that we have gotten through bag number 1, let's get over to bag number 2. So these we can put off to the side. Now, some of you might have heard we have a hurricane coming our way. So I'm not quite sure if you around the country have experienced a hurricane. It sucks. You have to file insurance claims, and my job is a court reporter in real life, daily life. So as a result of that, I get to see lots of damage. I get to hear about damage, and I know that if something's coming your way, it should probably start taking preparations now. So let's get on to the next book, shall we? Let's move this along. Let me click on over to this camera so I can see a little better. Yeah, I've kind of been playing around with OBS for a little while now, so it's just the audio. It's the only reason why I haven't done these videos. And honest to God, I feel like a jackass when I'm talking to the camera. I am not Perry. I am not Comic Tom. I'm not even Fire Guy Ryan. I mean, I like him. I'm none of these guys. I'm just me. So I will get back to doing the edited videos probably within the next couple weeks. So here we are, moving on to the next few books. Let me take a look at what's going on in the chat. Oh, yeah. Okay. So moving on to Batman Superman #1. This just dropped today, and this is the variant. Oh, wait, no. This is the regular cover, because I wound up getting both this one as well as this. These are nice covers combined. So now that I have these two covers, and I have the entire run of Maguire working on the book, I don't care. I might dig into it for about 6 issues, and I'll probably drop it. David Marquez, I loved him when he was doing work with Brian Bendis on Ultimate Spider-Man. Williamson, not going to knock him. He's not bad. I'm not always into his writing, and I like his Flash. So here's the variant. Yes, thank you, Life with Two YouTubers. I don't really plan on being like any other YouTuber because I can watch only so many before even I start getting bored if it's the same material over and over. I'd passed the first issue of Deceased. I'm waiting for the first 6 issues to just be over, done with. Batman Superman is a hot book. Gonna be a ride. I mean, it has Batman Who Laughs. It's one of the more enjoyable new characters that have come out in the last few years. But much like Cosmic Ghost Rider, I kind of have a feeling that it's all going to be dependent upon who's writing them. So Detective Comics 1010. I have been seriously lacking Detective Comics since issue number 1000 dropped, so let's keep moving on. Flash issue 77, considering I already brought up about Mr. Williamson, I will not talk about him still, till I read that. Justice League issue 30. I should be feeling a lot more geeked out about this than I am, but the one thing that I've really been digging about Justice League Snyder's run has been Jarro. Strangely enough, it is Jarro. The jarred creation of Starro, kind of broken off from his hive mind master, and now believes that Batman is his father. That is so weird, it is awesome. Moving on to House of Secrets 92. Now, just because you've been seeing me jump around with First Prince, this is sorely one that I do not have. I would love to have House of Secrets number 92, but that is a book that even in mid-grade goes for $5, $6, $8, $900. I've seen $1,000 for about a 5.0 raw, with a little bit of restoration. That was at the time when, Cosmic Ghost Rider pops in on this week's Avengers. Oh, cool. I will be looking in on that. So yeah, House of Secrets, I'll be getting into that, but I always wait until after a project has dropped because that means I wait for the scraps. A project drops, people pay attention, they go and they buy the book, they wait a while, they're not focused on it, then I come in and swoop in and pick it up. Scraps. Yeah, I don't have 92, but I will. Back to the books. Oh, God damn it. So, this is one that I'm particularly upset about. Issue number 14 of Superman. So this was a recall edition this week. Or 2 weeks ago, rather. Issue number 14 came out 2 weeks ago. And the whole reason why it was recalled to begin with was because I guess somebody was not colored black enough for the Legion of Superheroes page inside as an insert. So they recalled the book because the main editors said, hey, I want to show that I have a power play. You Superman editors, you don't get the final say. You know what? Screw you. We're calling these books back. They wound up laying off 7 employees at DC earlier this year. That recall, from what I've been told, could have paid for the salary of at least one of them for an entire year. Think about that. But the first print's going for $35. I don't have it. Not going to. Screw you, DC. Wonder Woman 77. I have been digging Wonder Woman. I should be liking it more, but knowing that G. Willow Wilson, one of the main creators of the mythos of Ms. Marvel, she's leaving the book to go work on her dream project sometime later this year. So I know it's coming to an end, and I'm not as excited to read the end. It's just knowing something's going to end. Never like it. Angel number 4. I didn't wind up getting the Buffy issue 1, The Chosen Ones. I did not find that, and I don't think my shop got it. I will be looking around for it, so hopefully I will be coming across it next week or so. Otherwise, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's really good what they're doing with this new series, though. Angel and Buffy. Fight Club 3. I will wait to see if Fight Club 2 comes out as a movie. Brad Pitt, waiting for you. Yeah, so not a Wonder Woman fan. I'm just waiting for the next writer, to be honest. The Goon issue 3. Done 3, but then 4 I just never knew about. Oh, hey, Rod the Rican. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in, Rod. This was one of those times where I'm just trying to make sure that the audio works and it syncs. It took 181 tries. That's right. The amount of issues for a Hulk comic to be something, for Batman to have a Poison Ivy. It took 181 tries to get this far. So here I am. I'll be doing some more videos regularly now that I know how to do it properly. So, Rod the Rican. Back to the books. Let's switch over here. I mean, I have plenty of cameras that I could jump to, so let's just use this while I'm explaining things. Right, Goon number 3. Moving to the Mall. Not The Mall, it's just Mall. The Mall is another comic book by another studio that was optioned that I got issue number 4, and it drops so infrequently that I can't tell you much about it. So, moving on to... Oh, hell yeah. Vault Comics produced something called Resonant, issue number 1. Now, this is something that I'm going to get up from my chair and go grab something just to see some of these differences here. So let's move on back to the phone. Hey, Matt! Oh, Matt, what's up? All right. Hi, everybody. All right, so this was a pretty awesome looking cover. I really dug this. You know, I'm a huge fan of Y the Last Man. I'm a great fan of just Brian K. Vaughan. How awesome is this cover? It looks so close. Yeah, and mine's even signed by him. Got it in person, and I was this dumb, young, fat kid back in the late 90s going, I love you, Mr. Brian K. Vaughan. I love all your writings. Can you please sign this book? I'm like, please, I just want to go. Oh, okay, fine, here. Thank God, man. It's the only signed thing I have by him. But pretty awesome cover for the new Resin. All right, let's put this back up. Alright, after Resin number 1, we got Sabrina the Teenage Witch number 4. Loving these covers. And finally, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 97. The first appearance of Jennika with her new yellow bandana. So, I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight. This is the first time I've done one of these new Comic Book Wednesdays as a live video. I could do them edited. I just wanted to get out there and finally start making videos. Watching you guys, Comic Tom, Perry, Perch, Reggie, Chino. I could go on and on and on. I watch all of you. Thank you. You're the ones that make me want to do this. I hope you continue making videos. Anybody that's out there, if you're watching me, know this. You see all this behind me? I wound up getting most of this within the last year or so. If there's a book that came out within the last 30 years, I probably bought that on New Comic Book Wednesday. But older issues, I'm starting to get into more. It's been over the last year I've gotten them. I mean, hell, I've gotten an Action 242. I've gotten the first Thanos. Gotten the first Darkseid. I'm building. I sold a lot of comic books back when I almost went homeless. I didn't almost. I did go homeless. Lost my job, lost everything. But I put my comic books into storage. Tried like hell to restart my life. Here I am today. Court reporter of 3 years. That's my job. This is why I wind up going down to Key West so damn much. So, I thank you for joining me. Hopefully I get to see you again. I'll do some more live videos over the weekend. If anybody wants me to join on StreamYard, perhaps in the future, I would be willing. I just want to start making some more videos. But for now, thank you and good night. Today is Saturday, or no, Wednesday. Wish it was Saturday. Oh, God.